Welcome to Type C Tech Reviews. Today, I'm going to be doing a review of the LG 32QN600-B. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons and my own real-life experience that I've had with this monitor. And if at any point during the video, if you want to go check out this exact same monitor, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys, but let's jump into it. All right, now jumping right into it, this is a 1440p 32-inch IPS flat display. All right, so this has about the same PPI as a 24-inch 1080p monitor. This is 32 inches and 1440p, and the PPI is about 93 pixels per inch. Now for me and for most of you, 93 PPI will be enough for most of you, but if you do want a higher one, if you do want maybe better text clarity, they do make a 27-inch version that's still 1440p, so it will have quite a bit higher of a PPI. Same stats and everything, it's just 27-inch instead of 32 inches. All right, let's talk colors. Colors on this thing are truly amazing at this price point. This hits 99% of the sRGB color space, which means you can definitely do video or photo editing on this monitor. As well, this is an 8-bit panel, but it uses frame rate control or FRC to output 10 bits of color or 1.07 billion colors, which means again, you can do photo or video editing on this thing really, really well. And a huge thing if you are doing creative work where you need color accuracy or you just want color accuracy, this comes from the factory, calibrated for color accuracy. LG does that, they do a great job with that. So yeah, really awesome with colors. All right, now the brightness. This hits 350 nits, which is actually really, really good because it's not too bright where you're gonna be having to turn down your monitor because it's a little bit too bright, it's causing eye strain. This is a good brightness where one, it'll keep away reflections because it's bright enough to be able to output basically more light than those reflections are going to put onto your screen, as well as having that matte display, which does a fantastic job of keeping reflections away. We'll talk about that later, but 350 nits is something where you can easily and comfortably look at this thing all day long for 8 or 10 hours a day, not get eye strain, but also not be straining to see an image if you're in a well-lit environment. So if you're in an office or in your home office or something like that, where you have a lot of windows, you'll still be okay with 350 nits. And then moving to that matte display, they did a fantastic job with the matte display. Obviously, not every single matte display or matte coating is gonna be equal. And this one does a really good job keeping those reflections away. And again, it is a flat monitor opposed to something like a curved monitor, which usually is gonna have a little bit worse reflection. So this is really good with reflection. All right, contrast ratio. This is nothing like a VA panel. This is an IPS panel. So the contrast ratio is 1,000 to 1. If you don't know what that means, it's basically how deep your blacks are gonna be. So a VA panel or an OLED is gonna have like insanely deep blacks, whereas this one, it's not gonna have as intense blacks. However, I would take viewing angles and color accuracy any day over something like a VA panel would have better black. So you can't knock it too much for that. Every IPS usually has a 1001 contrast ratio. All right, let's talk refresh rate. This is almost never talked about when you're talking about a productivity or office or work centered monitor. However, this one is not the normal 60 Hertz. It actually hits 75 Hertz, which if you don't know what that means, or if you don't know how that affects daily workflow, basically this is gonna make everything more fluid. So basically when you pull a window down, when you're moving your cursor across the screen, when you're scrolling through text, all of those motions are just gonna seem more fluid. Now you can't see this on YouTube, unfortunately, but I will say it makes a massive difference. And honestly, for most of you, this won't make a legitimate increase or decrease in workflow, but it will make the experience more luxurious. And that is a really cool thing. Also, if you do gaming on the side, this is an incredible thing to have on a work-oriented monitor for some light gamers. All right, quickly, let's go over response time and ghosting. If you don't care about this, just skip to the next section. I do have the timestamps here, so you should be able to see where to go next. But let's talk about the response time. This is a 5 millisecond gray to gray response time, which is actually really good for a productivity monitor. Now, the response time modes, if you put it in the fastest mode, it will cause an immense amount of pixel overshooting and inverse ghosting. You don't want to do it. So have this set on the fast mode, not the fastest mode, but the fast mode. And that one decreases ghosting by quite a bit and causes no pixel overshooting. Now, I'm not going to go into this super deeply because this is not a gaming monitor, but it does have FreeSync, which is nice to see if you are a light gamer. I will stress this a lot. If you are a light gamer, this monitor is amazing for productivity, and for gaming, it does really freaking well. keeping in mind what this monitor is made for and the price of it. So yeah, it has 75 Hertz, 5 millisecond response time. Ghosting is not bad, especially if you compare it to like a gaming VA panel. I've gamed on this and it's quite fun, even though I game on really, really good gaming monitors. So yeah, if you're a light gamer, you're gonna like this. All right, let's talk ports. This has two HDMI 2.0s, one DisplayPort 1.4, and a 3.5mm audio out. There's no USBs, nothing like that, but we do expect that at this incredibly low price point for what you get. Stand and build quality, let's talk about it. First of all, it is LG, so it's got good quality and good quality control, but overall, it's a minimal design. It's very clean. On the front of it, you just got basically a normal screen. It's got very thin bezels. The side of it is fairly thin. It is quite heavy though, but in a sturdy way. On the back of it, it's pretty plain. The stand is pretty plain. It's nice looking, it's good looking. Now, let's talk about this. This is a big thing. There are two different stands for this that you have the option of getting on the Amazon listing. You can either get the 32-inch with the non-height adjustable stand or the 32-inch with the height adjustable stand. Now, you pay a little bit extra for the height adjustable stand, but I didn't get that, and let me tell you why you shouldn't. Instead of buying the height adjustable version, buy a monitor arm. I've actually tested one with this, and I recommend this a ton on this channel. It's the Gear Monitor Arm. This thing is super cheap. It's like 40 bucks. You have a ton more height adjustability, rotation, in and out. I mean, this thing really transforms my workflow, and especially if you guys are doing this for productivity or something like that. It's light gaming, maybe you watch Netflix on it, schoolwork, something like that. A monitor arm will be much more useful than a height adjustable stand that honestly, in my opinion, is overpriced because of how cheap these monitor arms are. I will have the Gear one that I recommend below as an Amazon link for the US, UK, and Canada. I do recommend if you want the height adjustable version, just get the monitor arm that I recommend. All right, now the last thing to go over is the menu system, and this is LG. This is absolutely the best menu system in the monitor industry, period, full stop. Everything is controlled by a single toggle switch on the bottom of the monitor. Everything is really intuitive, really easy to get to, quick to get to. You can change inputs easily. You can turn the monitor off easily. You can change picture modes, change the brightness. Anything you want to do, it's intuitive and it's easy to do. But guys, overall for 250 bucks, this is an insane monitor if you want it for productivity, color accuracy, brightness, the overall size of it. This monitor absolutely blew my mind for what you get, and you can definitely do some light gaming on it if that's what you want to do. Again, guys, if you do want to go check out this monitor, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys. But yeah, I actually loved this monitor, and typically I've been reviewing just gaming monitors. I reviewed a couple more work-oriented productivity monitors in the past, but this monitor is a luxurious productivity monitor. For the price, LG just gives you some of those things that you just won't get on other productivity monitors, especially for 250 bucks. That's just crazy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you have any questions, comment them below. And if you like monitor reviews or just want to support me, click that subscribe button. But this was Type C Tech Reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next video.